homestead for the next 2 nights because tomorrow we're doing the whale sharks.
Yee! Which is exciting.
We are Meg and Isaac. In February 2024, we set off on the ultimate caravanning and camping trip around Australia in our Toyota Prado and Jayco Crosstrack.
Travelling Australia had been on the bucket list for such a long time, and we were prepared to make it work any way possible. Making do with what we had, working along the way, making adjustments as we go, and trying to stay within our budget, all to see this beautiful country we call home, Australia. It's Whale Shark Day! We're so excited. So we've woken up, it's a bit past 7. We slept in again. It's becoming a bit of a habit, which is bad. But anyway, it's Whale Shark Day and we are so excited. The bus actually picks us up at 7:55 here at Yali Homestead. We believe that doing this is a whole day thing, so they advise you to obviously take your bathers, but also take a set of warm clothes and some jocks and whatever to get back into once you're out of the water. But they supply you with lunch and everything else, so wetsuit, snorkel, but you can also probably choose to take your own. So this is what we're going to take today. I'm going to take the basket, and what is going to go in the basket is some dry bras, jocks, knickers. I'm going to take the dry bag, so we'll put our trusty old Quells in there. If you get seasick, motion sickness, go grab yourself some Quells. We'll put our phones in there, and of course we're going to take a towel each, and because it's actually quite windy today, we're going to take a jumper, socks, and I'm wearing long pants and a top out there, and some water. We might even pack some sunscreen just in case.
Made it to the boat. It was time to get ready to get in the water. They gave us our wetsuits and they also gave us some plastic storage boxes to keep everything dry. Now it's time to fuel up. They provided us with some morning tea. As you can see, we took full advantage of it. We weren't sure if we were going to float or sink.
Yeah, that looks perfect. Yeah, that's good.
This is Meg going back for seconds. It was time to hit the water. To start with, they put everyone in the water to make sure everyone is confident in snorkeling, and also to work out whether your gear fits if you're borrowing gear. We had some experience in snorkeling, so we just decided to have a bit of fun while we were out there. Rightio, back on the boat, and we were getting some instructions for how it was going to go down when we actually do see a whale shark. With the instructions done, it was time to spot the whale sharks. They use spotter planes that radio the boats in the water and let them know where the sharks are, and it wasn't long before we found one.
I've spotted a shark! So group 1 is about to go, and we're in group 2, so let's hope we see him. Are you excited?
There he is.
Oh, I'm so ready. I'm nervous. Oh no, I'm not thinking of it.
Once you jump in, it's absolutely chaotic. Once you get settled, that first look at the whale shark will take your breath away. These guys are actually swimming really fast, so it could have been us just trying to keep up. That's pretty fast. That's awesome. back on the boat ready for round 2.
Just had a block of ginger each, which is pretty rough, just to avoid any seasickness. We're still waiting for a shark because it just dove down.
It wasn't long before we were back in the water. What's really cool is that these guys were actually feeding. Now apparently they feed at night normally, and they don't actually often feed during the day, so that's really cool. We got to see that. And because they were feeding, they were swimming faster and more erratic than normal, which is why we found it hard to keep up. Once a whale shark has moved on, we sit and wait for the boat to pick us up. But once we get back in the boat, it's not long before we're back on the board, ready to get in the water again. When we were waiting for the boat again, we noticed we were swimming in a whole bunch of the whale shark's food, the krill. We couldn't believe how such a big fish would eat something so small.
We've finished for the day, but we saw an enormous one at the end, so we're just going to try and find him. Look at the last spread we've got.
Rightio, it was time for lunch, and have a look at this spread. And again, we did not hold back. And it was time for one last snorkel inside the reef before we headed in for the day.
Ooh, hard day swimming, eh?
After that day, you deserve a beer, I reckon. We're off to the lighthouse to watch the sunset, to finish off a wicked day we've had. Well, that's it for the whale shark episode. Hopefully we've given you a little bit of an insight on what a tour looks like for someone visiting the Ningaloo. In our opinion, it is a must do. What do you reckon?
Huh?
What do you reckon?
It's beautiful.
Thanks again, everyone. Please join us next time as we take you around with us on our trip of a lifetime.